the much publicized breakup. How are you doing?
I'm great, man. We're great. We're going to be great. It's nothing but love.
This is the first time after the break that Orlando Bloom is finally speaking out about his split with Katy Perry, and yeah, it's giving all the vibes. After nearly a decade together, a kid, and countless engagement rumors, the couple is officially talking about their famous split. Now, before all the breakup drama, let's rewind and see how Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry even got together. Their story didn't start with fireworks on Instagram or a headline-making red carpet. It was more subtle at first. They moved in the same Hollywood circles, ran into each other at industry events, and apparently just clicked. Orlando, already a household name from Pirates of the Caribbean and The Lord of the Rings, brought that brooding "I'm too cool but kind" vibe, while Katy was the pop powerhouse with glitter, charisma, and energy that could light up any room. Word is their initial connection was low-key but instant. They bonded over shared experiences of fame, the ups and downs of Hollywood life, and probably a lot of mutual, "you won't believe this" tabloid stories. Early appearances were casual, dinners spotted by paparazzi, coffee runs, maybe a few secret lunch dates. Nothing screamed Hollywood power couple yet, but insiders were starting to whisper. By late 2016, the hints became harder to ignore. They were seen together at parties, award shows, and a few public events, where their chemistry was impossible to miss. Orlando would often show up looking effortlessly polished, while Katy would bring her playful, colorful energy. And together, they just clicked. Fans started piecing things together from subtle Instagram likes, shared smiles, and overlapping friend circles. It wasn't an instant public relationship. They eased into it, letting the world catch up slowly. But when they finally stepped out together in early 2016, it was official. Orlando and Katy were a couple. And from there, the whirlwind began. Vacations, red carpet appearances, and moments that would define them as one of Hollywood's most talked about duos. Before Orlando Bloom, Katy Perry's love life was full of high-profile relationships that kept the world watching. One of the biggest was Russell Brand. They met in London in 2009 through mutual industry connections, and their connection was instant. They got engaged within a year and had a lavish wedding in India in 2010. But by 2012, the marriage ended. Their breakup was highly publicized, fueled by reports of clashes in personalities, Russell's lifestyle, and long-distance pressures. It was messy and tabloid-heavy, marking Katy's first very public relationship drama. Next came John Mayer. Katy and John met at a Grammy after-party, bonding over music and shared experiences in the industry. Their relationship was intense, full of public appearances, private getaways, and noticeable chemistry. However, the romance was unstable and ended after repeated on and off cycles, with both focusing on their careers and personal priorities. Earlier in her career, Katy also had shorter but notable relationships. She was involved with Travie McCoy from Gym Class Heroes, meeting through mutual music connections. Their relationship was playful and energetic, but touring and busy schedules led to its end. She was also linked to Josh Groban in a brief early career romance, which was largely seen in public appearances and events rather than through personal statements. Before Katy Perry, Orlando Bloom had his own share of headline-making romances. One of the biggest was his marriage to supermodel Miranda Kerr. They met at a fashion event in 2007, quickly hit it off, and married in 2010. Their relationship seemed picture perfect, with red carpet moments and public displays of affection. However, by 2013, the marriage ended, reportedly due to differences in lifestyle, career priorities, and the pressures of raising their son Flynn. The split was public, but handled relatively gracefully, though it still made major headlines. Before Miranda, Orlando had a series of high-profile connections and rumored flings. He was linked to singer Kate Bosworth and model Shanae Grimes, among others, mostly through shared social circles and paparazzi sightings. These relationships were often short-lived, ending due to busy schedules, long-distance issues, or simply growing apart. Even during his single years, Orlando's dating life attracted media attention. He had rumored flings with several actresses and public figures, though none were as long-lasting or highly publicized as his marriage to Miranda or later relationship with Katy. Each connection gave Orlando experience in navigating the spotlight, handling public scrutiny, and balancing personal life with a demanding career. After a few years of dating, Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry hit the next big chapter in their story, the engagement. In February 2019, Orlando proposed, and the news sent fans into a frenzy. It wasn't just another celebrity engagement. This felt like the culmination of years of on and off public attention, chemistry, and high-profile moments. The timing was perfect. Both were thriving in their careers, yet there was a sense they were ready to settle into something more permanent. Following the engagement, the couple continued to be everywhere, but in a more intentional way. Vacations, red carpet events, and private family moments started shaping their public image as a unit. Not just two stars dating. They attended premieres together, shared casual selfies that hinted at domestic life, and gave fans glimpses of them traveling around the world. The energy shifted from flirty Hollywood fun to something more serious, grounded in family vibes. The ultimate milestone came in August 2020 with the birth of their daughter, Daisy Dove Bloom. Suddenly, it wasn't just about their careers or glamorous appearances. It was about parenting, co-managing schedules, and balancing fame with raising a child. Orlando and Katy adjusted quickly, attending Daisy's first public moments together while still keeping much of their family life private. While Orlando was juggling blockbuster films, Katy Perry was in full pop star mode, touring and performing like only she can. Her Lifetime's tour in 2025 wasn't just concerts, it was a full-on production spectacle. And with that came a few chaotic moments that had fans and media talking. One of the biggest incidents happened during a performance in San Francisco. Katy was on stage with a giant butterfly prop when it malfunctioned mid-air, tilting dangerously. For a split second, it looked like she could fall, but she recovered instantly and kept performing, laughing it off later on social media. It was a close call, but the audience barely noticed, caught up in the spectacle. Then there was the Adelaide show, where Katy was suspended inside a massive metallic sphere. Mid-performance, the sphere tilted unexpectedly, forcing her to grab the bars and hold on tight, while stage crew rushed to help. Even in that tense moment, she finished the song and made it look effortless. Classic Katy energy. Add to that a minor electric shock incident on stage, and it's clear her tour was full of unexpected challenges. But through every mishap, Katy stayed professional, determined, and even joked about the chaos online, showing fans she wasn't going to let anything ruin the performance. By late 2024, subtle signs started showing that things between Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry weren't as picture-perfect as they used to be. It wasn't a full-blown public meltdown, there was no screaming fights or viral drama. But the energy had definitely shifted. Fans and media started noticing changes in how the couple presented themselves. For starters, joint appearances became rare. Red carpet events that once showcased them holding hands or laughing together turned into solo outings. Orlando was spotted attending events on his own, while Katy was busy with tour stops, sometimes performing multiple nights in a row. The small things, like solo social media posts or the absence of couple selfies, didn't escape notice. The silence was loud. On top of that, Katy's performances began hinting at personal shifts. Lyrics about moving on or letting go during live shows didn't exactly feel like coincidence. It was subtle, but fans picked up on the vibe immediately. Meanwhile, Orlando stayed composed in public, focusing on film projects and family, rarely commenting or posting anything that would spark speculation. Even vacations and high-profile outings were separate. The couple who once shared glamorous travel photos and red carpet PDA now looked more like two people running parallel lives rather than a unit. Engagement anniversaries passed with no posts, no celebratory snapshots, just quiet days that were starkly different from earlier years. By mid-2025, Orlando Bloom finally broke his silence about the split with Katy Perry, and fans were all ears. Unlike most Hollywood breakups that go viral in a week, he kept it calm, composed, and surprisingly grounded. Even in interviews, Orlando stayed measured. The message was consistent. No bitterness, no oversharing, just gratitude for the time they had together and focus on the future. Katy, on the other hand, didn't make any public statements either. She stayed on her tour, performing high-energy shows, dealing with on-stage mishaps like the butterfly prop incident and that tilting metallic sphere in Adelaide, and quietly showing support for Orlando behind the scenes. Through social media posts and shared glimpses of family life, she maintained a low-profile approach that said everything without saying a word. And that's it for this video. Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry may have split, but they're keeping things classy and focused on Daisy. What do you think? Are they handling this the right way? Or do you wish Hollywood breakups were messier? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to tap the bell so you never miss celebrity drama and updates.